Welcome back to the BQ Daily Show, where I document the day-to-day of personal growth, building discipline, raising the standard, building a business from the ground up, and sharing my perspective on all of it as I go. I've committed to doing one of these every single day up until episode 7305, which will be the 20-year anniversary of the show. My goal with all of this is to showcase the day-to-day of a man who desires more out of life, who refuses to quit. And it is my hope that through documenting the journey, it will inspire, help, guide, or serve as proof for anyone looking to get more out of life as well. If I can do it, so can you. You just have to start. It is March 4th, 2024. It's 7:26 p.m. in my bedroom, recording this at my desk with a microphone. If you couldn't tell, the quality is a lot better. I was leaving work thinking about, I guess, my idea with my first business, which, in case you don't know and you're just now listening, you can go back and listen to the previous episodes. It is a pre-workout supplement that is marketed and advertised in the context of... See, I guess the fact that I can't even speak of it so easily means perhaps it's not the best way to go. And that's me learning and being aware of my... whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But anyway, the whole idea was to market it in a way that appeals to people of high standards, who practice discipline, who seek that type of shit. And the whole idea was to market it that way and seek out those people. And I've always, ever since I came up with that whole concept, it's been a conflicting idea in my head, because how the fuck do you market a pre-workout product that's meant for performance enhancing in the gym in a way that only appeals to people who like to hold themselves to a higher standard, who like to discipline themselves and practice and engage in self-development work and grow as a human being? It just doesn't... Maybe I'm just naive and ignorant, but I don't know how that would really play out. It doesn't seem like the best strategy, because I don't... So when I envision the pre-workout on an Instagram profile, or how I would advertise it, advertising in any other way that's not performance related to the workout, which is why you take a pre-workout, it doesn't seem right, I guess. And so the whole point of me telling this on the show here is to just document the fact that I'm so unsure of the idea. I really don't know if it's a good idea. I have no idea if it would work. I know it would work to a certain extent because I'd be behind it and I'd be pushing to make it happen. It'd be my idea. I would figure out how to make it work, I guess. But if I'm being real here, I just don't know if that's the best idea. Of course, I want to learn from my mistakes and I want to learn and grow and progress. But if I can learn and take advice from other people who have been there, done that, I'd like to do that so that I can speed up the process and not be off to such a bad start, or not setting myself up for failure. Because as much as I have explained how the worst case scenario is I lose all the money and I don't make a single sale, and the best case scenario is I sell it, as much as I've explained that the worst case scenario is I lose everything, it's still, I would rather not do that if I know that it's not going to work. And so, again, this is me just sharing kind of my self-doubts with the whole thing. Either way, I'm about a year out from making an actual order, just because of my current goal right now of getting out of debt, which I am full speed ahead. You know, I'm working 2 jobs. I guess technically 3 if you want to be really technical. I'm working 3 jobs right now. A full-time job during the week, and then weekends I do FedEx, and then on Sundays, because I don't operate FedEx in Utah on Sundays, I go and wash trucks. And so technically that's 3 jobs for the sake of a good story and to make me seem like a superior human being. We're working 3 jobs. So, and of course I'm teasing, but yeah, I do work 3 jobs. So anyway, with what the hell was I saying, dude? Anyway, yeah. So my goal right now is to get out of debt, use the money that's freed up from all my bills, the loans, the credit card, all that bullshit. Use that money to put toward business, which would be about $600 a month, which sounds crazy, but I just got a lot of shit going on. was moving around a lot, and I used loans to help me out, and it was cool. It was well worth it, especially now that I'm on my way out from all the debt. So anyway, I'm going full force ahead into that. So I'm working every single day. I mean, I have 2 days off per month. That's it. And I say that with pride because not a lot of people are willing to do that. The amount of people, dude, real quick, every single time that I say I work 2 jobs and now 3, I always get the same exact response. And that is this. Oh, you're gonna burn yourself out. You don't want to work. Where's the balance? How are you gonna? But is there work? What do you do for fun? Dude, every single fucking time, and I get it, right? I understand where people are coming from, but god damn, dude, I don't know what I expect. It's just, and I don't even know why I'm so upset about it. It's just annoying. It's like, dude, like, are we just so fucking weak as a society that the idea of working 2 jobs is just unbelievable? Or even 3 jobs is unbelievable? Like, dude, I mean, there's so much shit that goes into that, right? Things are expensive now, and I get it. You got to do what you got to do. Certain things shouldn't be the way they are. I get that. That's neither here nor there for the sake of this conversation. How about let me do me? How about let me do my shit? I'm happy. I'm content. I'm kicking ass. Matter of fact, my goals right now, my present ones that I'm working on actively every day right now, revolve around the fact that I need to work 3 jobs. Therefore, me working 3 jobs only gets me closer to achieving my goals, which only is going to advance me quicker to that next level of life, which is only progressing me further. Therefore, if I was not doing those things, I would feel like a piece of shit. I would not be happy. I would not feel, well, I don't want to say I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy with myself knowing that I could be doing more and I'm not. I'm working 3 jobs right now. I have 2 days off a month. I'm working toward my goals every single fucking day. If I wasn't doing those things, I'm sure I wouldn't feel proud of myself knowing that I could do more and that I'm leaving the weekends up to do nothing. Because right now, I don't have much going on to make me money outside of the current jobs that I have. And working these current jobs, it is guaranteed income. I go to work, I clock in, I clock out, I get paid, and that money goes towards bills, towards loans, credit cards, whatever, and it gets me out of debt. That's my current goal, because once I'm free out of debt, it's going to make, well, first of all, I could work less in the future as far as the job goes and still maintain what I got going on as far as bills and groceries and all that stuff, because I wouldn't have to pay for those loans and credit card stuff, which is about $600 a month right now for me. It sounds like a lot, and it is, and I'm not proud of that, but it allowed me to explore some world and live some life, so it is what it is. And now, forcing myself to work so much now, again, it's pushing my limit. It's kind of showing myself where my limits are and showing myself where the potential lies at the moment, given the circumstances, given the goals, everything like that. And so, I don't know if it's just a standard thing. I don't know if it's me just leveling up and I'm just seeing things differently, but I don't mind anything that I'm doing right now. I'm working 3 jobs. All the money that I get is going directly into savings so that I can pay off bills. I go to the gym every single day. Now I have a rest day, thank goodness, because I'm off the program. I drink a gallon of water every single day. I take an ice bath every single day. I'm reading every single day. I'm getting at least 225 grams of protein in every single day. That's where my baseline is now. And so all of that combined, that's the life that I live. And I feel happy, content, fulfilled. I'm just feeling good. And so if I were to listen to these people who say, oh, you're going to get burnt out, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be feeling the way that I do now, which is happy, fulfilled, proud, excited, growing, developing. I wouldn't feel, I don't think I would be. Because if my goals are tied up into the fact that I'm working so hard and I'm achieving my goals, that makes me happy. To think that if I am not doing those things and I'm quote unquote getting burnt out and then I have to withdraw from the shit I got going on, it's going to make it so it takes longer for me to achieve those goals. It's going to make 3 or 4 days out of the week, every single week, pretty much a pause on my goals because I'm not doing anything to work towards them. That's not going to make me feel good. So, do you understand what I'm saying? Work makes me happy. I don't know what else to tell you. I enjoy working my ass off and having that sense of pride when I go to bed at night. I've talked about this multiple times, but when I go to bed at night knowing that I gave it my all, I put everything on the table, I did everything I was supposed to do, I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I didn't want to do it, and I can lay down in bed, in my warm-ass bed, pajamas, whatever, knowing that I succeeded that day, I won the day, that feeling is worth everything. Fuck. Which is hard. In people's defense, I don't know how to explain that to people, and I don't know how I would understand that pre all of this. I do 75 hard changed my life. Don't know what to say. It changed my life, changed the whole trajectory of my life, changed the way I think, the way I see things. It proved to myself that I can do hard shit. Not only that I can do very hard shit consistently every single day, no matter what. All it takes is commitment and keeping my word to myself and making promises and not breaking them. The whole point of this show was to document the fact that I'm having self-doubts. And I feel like I did that earlier on because I am having self-doubts. I'm not really sure the direction I want to take. But regardless of that, I'm still progressing. I'm still developing as a man. I'm still growing because I'm currently working on goals right now. And these types of things, working so hard every single day, 28 days a month, because I'm doing all these things, it's developing me as a person. It's developing patience, grit, fortitude, all that shit. Even if, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot too, the commitments we make to ourselves, I think I typed a little bit about this. I'm going to pull it up so I don't botch this whole thing. So the commitments that we make to ourselves, or not to ourselves, but just whatever commitment is, like if you're committing to, like for example, I'm committed to working 3 jobs to get out of debt as soon as I fucking can. Whether or not, so let's hypothetical scenario, I work 3 jobs, I have 20 grand saved up in the bank to pay off all my debt, all my loans, all my credit cards, everything. Let's say I have 20 grand saved up, I'm ready to pull the trigger, but actually something happens, maybe I get in a car accident, the other person wasn't insured, I don't know who, I don't care. Something happens, the cost is 20 grand or something like that. And we'll just say that I have to pay it for some reason and it has to be done now, whatever. I've got 20 grand saved up, I can pay for it, I'm clean slate, I'm good to go. However, as far as that commitment goes, that commitment was a massive because the outcome was not what was desired. The desired outcome was to, oh my Lord, if this is not recording, we're good. The desired outcome was to save up that 20 grand, put it towards bills, get out of debt, and move forward with my life. That was the desired outcome. My commitment was to do that and to get that reward. If that commitment fails and I don't get that reward, the commitment itself, I would say, is a failure. Well, not the reward of the commitment is a failure. I didn't get what I committed to do, right? But everything that I earned in the process, everything that I learned, all the experience, all the wisdom, all the lessons, the skill, everything that came with the commitment, that's where the win takes place. That's where you develop. That's the skills that you can take on to the next thing. So even if you fail or nothing works the way you wanted it to, or everything explodes at the very end and the commitment was for nothing, who you become in the process is the reward that you get. So who you become as a result of this commitment, how you grow and develop along the way, that's what the real reward is. So you take that and you put that into the next thing, and that next thing might be another commitment for whatever. And let's just say you do the same exact thing. You go and work your ass off again for another year. You take that 20 grand, and then when you have that whole commitment again is what I'm saying. You're now operating knowing what it takes. You have the previous experience. You have more skills, more knowledge, more wisdom on the fact or whatever of what it takes to work 3 jobs, maintain your lifestyle, the gym, reading, your food, your friends, family, whatever. You can do it, and you're doing it better. You're doing it from experience. So now the second go around is much smoother because you're operating from, you have perspective. So even if the whole thing explodes at the end, you still learn so much. So it's who you become and the things that you I guess all the shit that you get on the way. It's about the journey, right? It's so cliche when people say that shit, but goddamn, it's so true. And so all that to say, and I don't know how I even got started on this tangent, but all that to say, you make the commitment, and it's who you become in the process and the skills and shit you get along the way. And I said that about 108 times on the show already. Oh, well. And so, yeah, not sure how I got started on that, but I'm just very excited and happy with my life right now, and changing it up in any way that would slow down the progress that I'm achieving my goals would not make me happy. So to everybody who says, respectfully here, to everybody who says that I'm going to get burnt out, or I'm working too hard, or it's not sustainable, or whatever. And to be fair, I think I've had about 4 or 5 people say that I'm going to get burnt out, or that be careful, I'm going to get something like that. To that extent, fuck off. Thank you. That's what I have to say about that. So anyway, again, the whole point of this specific episode was to share my self-doubts, because someone's going to be listening to this in 8 years. They're going to be having self-doubts as well. And maybe this episode will be the one that comforts them and makes them feel like they're not alone. Maybe they have a really great business idea. They're not sure how to market it. And all the dark thoughts creep up and they think, damn, dude, this is actually a fucking stupid idea. And then they hear this episode and they think, oh shit, he had the same thing too, but now look at him. He did this and that worked out. So maybe this is a great indicator of my future success because I have the same thought that he did. Matter of fact, everything that I just said is exactly how I feel about certain things that I see from Andy Frisella or David Goggins or Alex Hormozi. There's certain things that I have come up with myself. Who gives a fuck? That I believe in, that I think to be true, and then I'll hear Alex or Andy say it, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I already thought that. I already thought that was a thing. I believe that to be true. I ran with that idea, whatever it is, and then you said it. So that's a great indicator of success. If I'm on the same thought patterns as you are, in the context of Andy or whoever, that's a pretty good indicator of success. And not to toot my own horn here, because I'm not. But if in 8 years I'm of a certain caliber and somebody listening hears this episode today and they run with the message that I'm putting out there, that's going to, hopefully that comforts them and gives them that same feeling that I had, or that I do have when I relate to messages that other influencers or personalities share as well. So anyway, that's the whole point of this show, and I'm going to end it there. So, yep, that's it. So, I guess a quick update. I ordered a couple books. I ordered Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel. Let's see. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Let's click on the thing. What is it? Load, dude. Dude, can I just get the author's name so I can give credit, bro? Daniel Kahneman. Cayman Islands. Jesus, so I bought that, and then I bought 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. And that was supposed to get here today, which sucks because it didn't. It's going to get here tomorrow. They would have shipped FedEx, it would have been here. But they used UPS, so that's great. Anyway, I ordered those 2 books. I'm excited to read them. So I didn't read today. I probably will actually touch on The Compound Effect, which is a book that I always fall back on. I use that as a bridge book. So when I'm waiting for an order or something like that, I always go to that because it's such a great book. It's so timeless. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for reading. Still keeping up with the gallons, still keeping up with vitamins and supplements, still keeping up with protein. I almost bailed on that yesterday, but I quickly remembered that I have a streak going and I'm not going to let that fail because I had a hard day and I didn't plan well. And yeah, same with a gallon of water. I had to chug about 90 ounces. No shit. No bullshit. 90 ounces of water last night and 16 ounces of milk because I love milk. Right before bed. I woke up 3 times in the middle of the night last night to piss. Thankful that my body doesn't piss the bed and it wakes me up and lets me go to the bathroom. Thank the Lord for that. So workouts are going good. The intensity is there. I'm hitting PR left and right. I'm very proud of that. I'm very excited. Just consistency compounds. I can't see myself quitting, so it's a really good feeling. I mean, I've had a lot of downs, but there's no way that I make 137 of these episodes, complete live hard, get samples for a pre-workout, discipline myself so much, force myself to hold a higher standard to then quit and resort back to being a fucking slob playing games all day. No way. There's no way I'm going back, dude. No way, dude. Anyway, That's it. Also, I'm keeping the intro and outro for a little bit. Maybe I'll do the next few episodes. I'll keep it the same. But it's so long, dude. So from this point forward, that's what the intro is going to be. If you skip twice, it'll skip the entire thing because it's about 30 seconds. So 15 times 2, that's what a skip is on Spotify at least. You'll skip right past the intro. And then for the outro, just X the episode. You don't have to listen to that bullshit. But it is there for people who have never heard the show before. It kind of gets the point across. So that's what that is. So anyway, that's the show. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you next time I talk to you when I talk to you next. Peace. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. And as a daily reminder, this podcast does not focus on sound, quality, or professionalism as much as it does just getting a message out, sharing the wins and losses of the day, and just documenting the day-to-day through it all. So if you want to keep up with me, it would be awesome if you could give the show a follow on the platform you're listening on, as well as a rating or review. Support this early on goes such a long way. So thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow.